Hey everyone, this is Virgo Panda here with just taking you on a hike with us. We're in the Buena Vista area. We decided to take our hard-sided pop-up camper and go to Clear Creek Reservoir here in Colorado, right outside of Buena Vista. Clear Creek Reservoir area is a very nice area down from Stone Cabin, which is a place Stone Cabin area where we also love to actually camp. We camp for like a long time, very long time. Anyway, this is real simple. I don't know off the top of my head what the name of the main road is that goes right past Clear Creek Reservoir. If there's a local that checks this out, you'll know what it is. But, part of the thing is guys, go on an adventure, go figure out a lot of the stuff on your own. I'm just giving you some ideas along the way, but I don't want to take all the appeal away from people and tell you every little nook and cranny you need, this and that, and kind of take away the adventure part. I try not to watch videos myself where people are showing me everything, and I'm like, oh, wow, yeah. It looked better on video, type of thing. So anyway, we basically just took the main road we were driving. We checked out some old settlements and stuff. All this stuff is right off the main Clear Creek Reservoir road that's right there, and also found some way better camping spots. And here's something for you. Do not do like us. We thought we drove further down into the dispersed camping, and we got a pretty good spot. But then if we'd have kept going, there was way more spots. But we still got a good one. But yeah, just keep going some. And some of them are more rugged depending on what you got, and some of them are not. But there were some even way better spots than what we had, and less people. The further you go into dispersed camping, the less people are willing. It's like when you go to a grocery store, everyone likes to park close. You always get the best spots when you park further out, to be honest with you. It's kind of the same thing with camping. Anyway, we're just driving around taking an adventure. This is just supposed to be a simple hike. We're not doing anything heavy here, guys. It's going to be two and a half miles, I'd say, in and 2.5 miles out. We're just doing a quick little simple hike. Get out and stretch your legs and stuff like that. It started out kind of rough. It was pretty rocky and going uphill, and I was like, oh man, is this going to be one of those hikes where 1 mile feels like 10 miles, type of thing? But it really wasn't. It started evening out. And also another reason we didn't want to do a heavy hike like that either was we actually had our French Bulldog with us too, so we didn't know how he'd be with these type of hikes. But we did find out he's a little trooper actually, because you always hear these stories about, oh, you're going to have to carry him out. They can't do it. He's not even 3 years old yet. He was a trooper with it. Just be mindful, is like most of us, I'm sure all of us know on here because we're adults for the most part. Always have water, and just make sure, especially dogs with shorter snouts, watch for heat exhaustion. Anyway, this area was very beautiful. It was very nice. We really enjoyed our time here. The views were stunning. Of course, this is Colorado, guys. This is not flatland like where I grew up, partly Indiana, where there's just nothing but corn. There's better more places, especially when you go into southern Indiana, but it doesn't compare to Colorado. Don't ever let nobody tell you it does, because it does not. This is simple. This was free. Take plenty of water. We really enjoyed our time walking through here. We did not take the I think it was Hope Pass. We went the Winfield way, because I was like, I'm not going through a mountain pass. I didn't sign up for that today. We just wanted to go on a nice little hike and be one with nature and chill out. Anyway, Clear Creek Reservoir area. If you want free camping, Clear Creek Reservoir has tons of dispersed camping. There's a state site, I believe, there where you can, and maybe a federal site too, where you can get camping that you pay for. But honestly, there's no real reason, because dispersed camping is all along the Clear Creek Reservoir area, and all of it is very accessible off-road. Just clean up after yourself, and you'll know when you're going down certain roads. It'll say 4-wheel drive. It'll say clearly that, and you'll know if you don't have 4-wheel drive and stuff like that not to go down it. Camping here, one thing I'll say is how we do it. This time we took a hard-sided pop-up camper, but in the past a lot of times we've used tents, big tents, stuff like that. This time we brought our hard-sided pop-up camper, towed it in. I have 2 tents. So one tent is a bathroom tent. So I have a bathroom tent set up to use the bathroom, and I'll be doing a review on one of my new tents I just got. If anybody's interested, it'll be coming up. I got to put it together. It's an Insta tent that's for either the bathroom or it's for a shower. This one I'm using for the shower. So I have one for the bathroom, and I have one that sits on the side of the camper that's for the shower, which I really like, but I'm going to end up getting rid of it and get a double one, just so you have one room to change in and have your clean clothes and, change out of your dirty clothes, and the other side where you hop in and you can take a shower, and then you can hop out and go to the other one. So you got total privacy when you're coming out. You're fully clothed, all that stuff. So anyway, that's how we do it. We found this trail basically like just driving around. It was not hard to find. There's a ton of there was lots of parking at the trailhead. We did not see anybody either while we were here until the very end. When we were coming back out into the parking lot, someone pulled up. Yeah, that was pretty cool. So to let you know also with Hope Pass is at an elevation of like 12,000 or so feet. I think they call them what they call it. We have 14ers out here, but then we have like 13ers too. You can see through this area we're walking, it's much more rocky. It took a minute, just a second, for us to actually find the trail, but once you really start looking, you could see the trail that's in the rocks. Because at first the rocks looked all the same. But once you really start, you got an idea. You're like, oh, I see the trail. And we just walk through it. You have to watch your step going through here. You don't want to twist an ankle or something like that. The park rangers and the people, the trails keepers, did a really good job of making these trails here. So I thought that was really cool. Make it through here. Now, this trail, part of this trail at very least, I believe they define it as being challenging. We only went to a certain extent through this trail. So was it challenging? No, we've done worse, but trust me, I'm sure there's tons of challenging places, especially the Hope Pass trail. I guarantee you that one's pretty challenging, especially because you're going to an elevation of 12,000 feet, over 12,000 feet, excuse me. But look at these views. These views are so awesome that you see. We were really impressed. We kept walking and walking. I said, oh, we're going to come out into a meadow. Yeah, a mountain meadow. That was really cool. Heads up. I don't know what animals I do know what animals are out here. There's a variety of animals that can be out here. So use common sense when you are in these areas. So use common sense when you're out here. Who was it? My son carried the bear spray. I have a gun. Yeah, let's just be honest. YouTube's really weird with this type of stuff. But yeah, I had a weapon with me, of course. I live in Colorado. I'm from Colorado. I'm an old soldier. I'm not going out into the wilderness without some protection. I'm not an idiot. I don't care how many years I've spent out in the wilderness. It's better to be prepared than not be prepared. I'm not getting any younger. Use common sense. But my son had the bear spray, and I had the thing that goes bang. YouTube. So, like I'm saying, don't be a dummy. People that go, and I told my kids this and showed my kids this growing up too. Go out, be prepared. It's better be prepared or over-prepared than under-prepared, because there's black bears, there's cougars, they've reintroduced wolves. I highly doubt a wolf would mess with us, but you never know when something's hungry, something like that. And anybody who's actually grown up and outdoors and doesn't spend their lives looking up Google facts, but people that actually go outdoors knows you should be prepared. If you think you need one bottle of water, take two, type of things. It's better to be over-prepared and then be a statistic. Just know your limitations. The same as when I'm hiking. I know my limitations. There's a certain amount of miles I'm going to go for a hike that is enjoyable, and after that, it becomes miserable. So I don't go hiking, to be miserable or to be limping on my way back. That to me is not an achievement. Been there, done that in the military. I don't need to do that anymore. We like to hike. I like to hike for enjoyment, to be with nature and hang out in it and get good vibes. Not feel like I'm going to go, climb Mount Rushmore or something like that. And it's not that with me. So as you see here, it's very beautiful here. So we're just taking this all in, everyone. This is just us. It's me, my wife, my son, and Max, little Max, the French bulldog. He's got 1,000 names. He's Max. He's Little Max. He's Smush. He's known as Smush too because of his face. He's also known as, I don't know how good this name is. He's also known as Little Dump. Luckily, dogs don't even really know. They just look at you because they know what their names are. But that's one of his names too. So yeah, yeah, it's something to think about. But anyway, the dog was a trooper with us. We're digging this. One final note, though, another note I'd tell you was if you're not from Colorado and you're coming out here to do hikes and stuff, always be mindful of acclimation and making sure you get adjusted to our climate. It's things I don't notice as much because I live out here. I live in a city over a mile high that I notice when I go to, like, say, Washington State. And Washington State's beautiful, big mountains. Been there, mountain towns and cities and stuff. And I'll be hiking. I'm like, man, this is nothing. What's going on? And I realize they're at like 1,500 elevation. And I'm like, they're at 1,500 elevation. I don't know where we're at right here. I would guess we're probably around 8,000 feet. That's what I would guess right now. We're not climbing Hope's Pass. So I'd say about 8,000 feet. Let me correct that real quick. So Clear Creek Reservoir itself, where we were actually camped nearby, is at an elevation of 8,800 feet to a max of about 9,000 feet. So we're further on down the road from Clear Creek Reservoir, and it was a drive uphill going this way. On top of that, we're climbing up. This is not like a steep climb, as you can see right here, but we're climbing up. So there's a possibility we may be closer, I would say closer to 10,000 feet. I didn't pay attention. If I really would have been paying attention, I would have looked at my watch on that day, and my watch would have told me what our elevation climb was. But we may be around 10,000 feet. We're guaranteed, I know we're at 9,000, but I'd say maybe closer to 10,000. So, that's something to think about, like I said, when you come out here. Don't be scared. Just take your time. If you live in like Oregon or Washington and you're used to those hikes out there, just don't come out here and like overdo it and be ill prepared and to get sick because of the elevation and stuff like that. Just use common sense. Types of animals here, as I said, there's black bears. There is cougars. Of course, I'm sure there's bobcats here, deer, elk, things like that. We saw bunches of scat. There was scat all over. Some of it looked more like bobcat scat. Some of them may have been people with dogs that didn't clean up after their dogs. But it wasn't that bad over here. But like I said, clean up after your dogs. Good Lord. There is water that runs through here, so there's lots of water that runs through as the snow melts. It runs down. There's a waterfall somewhere around here too. Here's where we go. We stop here, so we actually end up stopping here and turning around. It's not that we couldn't go across this, but this was kind of like an invisible boundary. We decided, okay, that was enough. We really like what we saw. What really impressed us and probably stopped us from going any further was the meadow. When we walked out into the meadow, that was so beautiful. That was something we were looking for on our way. So as you can see, there it is. So with that being said, we used that as a boundary. Stop for a minute, let the dog get him some good drinks from the melted snow that was running down the mountains, and then we started heading back. I thought this was a really great trail. I thought it was pretty awesome. Yeah. Come out here. Come check this out. Come to Clear Creek Reservoir. You can camp for free. Check out the disperse. Just clean up after yourself. You know the drill. Everyone, thanks for watching. This is Frugal Panda. Thank you very much.